think we're working.
Nope. I lost audio.
What?
There you go. I lost audio for a second.
Nonsense. Audio is fine. Sorry, that's I noticed on the stream somebody pointed out they were asking if I'd had a what's it called, a Bell's palsy mini stroke thing, because it looked like I was talking out of one side of my mouth, and so now I've been like super conscious of it. And I realized if my head is just a little bit tilted, it looks like I'm talking out of one side of my mouth, and if it tilts the other way, it looks like I'm talking out of the other. But if I'm looking straight on, it's fine. But yeah, I noticed after they pointed out, I was like, it does kind of look like that. It does look like I'm talking out one side of my mouth. Hey, thank you very much, Skeggy. I'm ready for a weekend, a 3-day weekend even.
Well, that would be nice.
Let's see.
I'm having these 3-day work days now.
Yep. 3-day work days?
Yeah. I need to get off that kick. Even after stream, I got a lot of still administrative stuff to do. There's emails, players' emails I saw that responded to, some pop stuff that people want upgrades and changes. I gotta get all that taken care of.
I can't put some clothes on Merrick Dragon. That'll hide one of the things I'm trying to show off. Although I've already found a bug with it. I think Devil Cult's already aware of it. I know he's got a couple of fixes already going on for it. We're just waiting a few minutes here so we can be official and on time, professional. Whoa, see that? Did you see it?
Oh, wow.
My skin got dark for a second. Whoa. Thank you, Sean Butts. Thank you. Sexy blue hairs. Well, it was, again, we'll see if it happens again. My skin went dark. And thank you, Submarine Mike. And thank you, Keyman Soar. I'm never sure how to say that. Keyman of Soar. Right? Don't you think? Is that right?
Yeah.
It's got to be. Okay, I think we're timed now. I think it's time. Oh, nope. Still got a minute. Thank you, iStar Strider, man, 30. Dark Yule Bodice is showing this, only showing the skirt part. I think that's new. Yeah, so what we saw with the body tattoo stuff, which is awesome, but I think it was putting another straw on the camel's back for all of the crazy skin tone and one-off cases of some type of clothing, and a few things went downhill. Really close though. Let's see. Okay, now I think we're ready. And we're probably up to 40 people or something. I know it doesn't say that yet, but greetings, avatars! Welcome to the Friday post-release stream for Shroud of the Avatar. I am Chris Spears, Chris Atos Spears. Oh, and I have a lot to show you today. But that's good. You may hear some weird noises behind me. Don't worry about those.
And I am Ravalox, or Stephen Ryden, community manager and
wearer of many hats.
Auto washer.
You know who did the build today, or for this patch today? That guy. Did I get right?
Me? Oh.
Well, I published it, but you kicked off the build. There was the issue last night. There was a town. We found some more magic that broke one town. That was one of those things that should have been an innocent fix that Sanyo made. And why would you not make a fix? If you see something obviously wrong, why would you not fix it? Well, he found out why. Which is, there are a couple issues with it, but it was a town that had like a misspelled name for its template that it was using. And I know that was part of it. What was the second part you found?
Actually, it was just really the template issue.
Okay, well, great then.
It was sorted out.
Yeah, but that was we use in the cache. It's one of those things. He saw that it was mistyped, and he was surprised it worked, and he fixed the typo. Why wouldn't you? Well, the reason you wouldn't is by default it would fall back to that template that he was using anyways. And by fixing the typo, the way it caches the names in our server, and again, this is the tech portion of our talk here. I'll try to keep it fairly brief, but it generates like a hash key for those out there who are techie people. It generates it based on like a bunch of things. One of those things is the name that template string that it had there that he fixed a typo in. So it was generating a different hash value and looking up in the wrong one and basically saying, oh, I don't find this one here. This must be a totally new pot. So that's poor Lane went to his pot after the patch, and suddenly it was completely empty. So we got that sorted out, but that's last night late. Ravalox kicked off that patch, and this morning I got up and tested it and published it.
Yep.
And as the little high five team going around, we got Ali Oop did the patch notes for it. Hey, thank you very much, Hollyhawk. Oh, there's a hype train. I don't think the last stream, I don't think we had a single hype train. We'll do the usual thing for every level that gets completed on the hype train. Reading what it says. I normally don't read that up there. For every level completed on the hype train, you guys will get an extra full round of prizes and during the prizing at the end of the stream. So, there you go. If you want to. Totally up to you guys. But let's see. So I was going to go over, I normally spend this time going over the patch notes.
You gotta tell them the phrase.
Oh, tell them the phrase that pays. I forget what it is.
Yeah, I'm scrolling back up here. There it is. Boats and blossoms. I will paste it into the chat.
Yeah, Spellfire, you're correct. Last time, usually what has happened before is, I've probably screwed this up like 100 different ways. But last time, normally people get on and like the first few people get on, they're like super excited because they got here like early and like obviously they're getting here early, they're excited and they're like, hey, have some bits, or have a sub. And then all of a sudden it's like Bing hype train when there's like 5 people in the stream and then nothing ever happens. So this time it's a little bit better at least. Looks like we're already up to level 2. Thank you, Key Man of Soar. So we already got 1 level completed. But normally what I do during this release, or during these streams, is I go over the stuff that changed during the release. I want to jump to one specific bug to show that we have a fix for it. Sometimes when we have these, like a bugged item, the way we'll fix it, and I know it sounds silly, is we'll just have to take the item and like dupe it and make a whole new item and then fix that one because we can't like break the old one. So let me show you how we fixed this particular bug. The bug was, let's see, where is that? Hold on, I'll find it. This is worth it, I swear. There we go. Bug Soda 68886. Fixed issue with a mini Greyhound Deco pet. So this is one of those cases. So let me show you the original version here. So again, sometimes when you have a broken item, you just have to take it and duplicate it and fix the bug on it. So here is the one that had the bug. This little amazing guy right here. So the only way to fix that bug was to take it and duplicate it. So this is, you know, Mojito meet Milo. Milo is quite a bitey one, quite a rough houser, quite a problem dog. Pooping everywhere, peeing everywhere, chewing on everything. I think I have said, spit that out, get that out of your mouth, stop chewing on that like 1,000 times since he came home. Hey, thank you, Skeggy, and thank you, Versago, for the gifted subs. You're up to 2 I repeat, 2 extra rounds of prizonings.
Yeah, they just completed that round. So.
I'm going to say that was for Milo. But anyways, we did fix the issue with the mini Greyhound Deco pet. We did have to duplicate it to do it. And you saw the results there. So this was supposed to be nothing too exciting, this release, but as frequently happens, Devil Cult surprised us with a cool thing, which is, I'm sure you guys have already seen it. And again, we know it's got a few issues with it. He's working on them. He's got some of them fixed already. We'll get a patch out for Monday. But if you go to the... See, what are we up to? We're up to 3. All right, that's good.
Yep.
Go to the new U. Where did the new U go? Why don't I get a new... Oh, there it is. It was same color. Yes, I want to change. So he went and did something we'd been saying we'd do for a long time, which is he came and redid the character generation. While he was at it, he worked in a way to get not only different hair and some other new stuff, but also add some tattoos or add some scars. I told him this was the best thing ever because I have always, my entire life, wanted to have a lobster tramp stamp. And now I can finally have the lobster tramp stamp in game. So there it is. But anyway, so now you have all sorts of stuff you can do with different tattoos. Well, I like that. Got the little skulls going on in my pecs. What do you think?
Very attractive.
I know it's awesome. Hey, thank you, Keyman Sport. Thank you, Spellfire. Thank you, Dr. Hernbrand. Thank you, Merrick Dragon, for the resub there. But anyway, so that's another new thing. Oh, the eyes on this one are quite exciting. Yeah, that's something there. But anyways, another thing for you guys to go play with, and also got some locks on stuff. The whole random thing is really, I think, is awesome. No frogs. We'll probably get some more things in there. These are pretty easy to add in terms of adding the new tattoos or the new scars or the new whatever you guys want. Whoa, that's pretty exciting. So anyways, there you guys go. You got a new thing, except you can't wear your mask and see all that stuff, or you got to take your clothes off. So you know you want to anyways. Wow, that's pretty exciting there. So anyway, so that was one of the big things we had for this release. Other than that, there's a new lockbox recipe that's going to be in. I don't think it's in yet. I think it's for going to be in the next patch, though. I think I saw the check-in for that just happen. That is will be on the North Palatus Deco merchants coming up. Again, as always, fixed a lot of bugs, changed the dread artifacts so that they use normal repair kits, removed slots from the Flaming Skull Mask, and ancient Xenosian winged plate helm. It's fun to say that, Xenosian. Yes, what you should, that Merrick Dragon, you've identified that correctly. You should expect to see 95 to 100% more naked avatars running around the game. Now, something I did notice, unfortunately, was some of this stuff, there's something where it's getting reset. I think that may be what he's already fixed, but we'll see. Maybe he can chime in and say if he's already fixed it. Just walking around after some amount of time, my skin color changed and I had some skin color problems and I lost my tattoos. It's sad. Christ Pallid, so free new U for this released. 100 crowns. It costs a grand total of 100 crowns to do the new U. If we were charging like even 500 or something, we would have talked about giving you guys like one free token to go do a new one. But at 100 free crowns, come on. You guys find that all the time just out adventuring. Yep. So no, we did not. Oh no, it was, I'm pretty sure it's 100. But yes, maybe we should raise it to 1,000. Is that the evil thing, Dr. Evil?
Yes. 1,000.
Oh, you're so close there. Come on, somebody. You got 6 seconds. Did you do it? Hype train. Oh, nope. It finished. Hey, but just before I forget, Spry1, thank you very much for the gifted Area Blue. Oh, I can't quite see that. Let me look around there. Area Blue Rampage, thank you very much. Magic Specs, thank you for the resub. And Area, oh, there it is. Area Blood Moon resub ×7. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Choo choo. I forget how many we did there. Extra 2 or 3. And also, Lainey, who we now know by actual name as well, but we'll call her Lainey for the stream unless you request that we use her other name. But Lainey will be delivering these prizes on Monday, not tonight. She's actually out of town, so unless somebody on the team wants to be energetic and go give out these prizes, they will not be delivered until Monday. Do not freak out. You will get them. Let's see. Chris, isn't there a game you should be working on? And back to Ravalox. I work on a lot of stuff here, so. But let's see. Let me get back over to the list, finish going through the list real quick, and then we can get back to talking about other stuff and answering some questions. And Bridge Troll says he will hand out the prizes. I would not be too surprised if he does. Let's see. Cloth tunic, Chanel show correct skin color at the bottom of the neck. Again, this is one of the, if you haven't been with Shroud for a long time, that's kind of one of the top 10 most fragile systems in the game is the skin tone. It was for years, it would be like a new item would get added to the game and it'd be like, I got a pirate shirt, and you put it on and all of a sudden your chest is pure white. So that continues on, and that will also, hopefully that'll be fixed here with this latest stuff. There are some visual issues fixed with the Frogkin ring. Let's see, here's another one. Wearing a bodice bottoms on male characters should now show the correct skin color. Obsidian Snow Leopard should now be tameable. I know that was one that was requested. Let's see. Oh yeah, and just some other fixes. One of the things that added, was this, did Winston want this or was it you? I saw you both talking about it. The UI for exiting the game to rate and or comment.
Oh yeah, that was actually a team, at one of the team meetings we had a big giant discussion about this because, of course, what we're trying to do is, we want to increase or improve our conversion rate. I mean, it's just flat out. New players are coming into the game, and we want to find out why the ones who are leaving or not staying are not staying. So that's the primary reason for the log out feedback, where you can rate it between stars, 1 to 5 stars, or 0 stars if you wanted, and put a feedback on there as well. So I'm gonna jump in with a little bit here on this. Of course, we welcome veteran players, existing players, to go ahead and file feedback as well. However, the big intent here is to get an overall aspect of the impression of the game, and we're really targeting new players to find out why they may not stay past the first couple of scenes, that type of thing. We're hoping that that's where they'll give us some feedback on that. You guys can, of course, are more than welcome to give us feedback, and we've gotten a lot of positive thumbs up and pats on the back and stuff to keep going and doing what we're doing. As well as other critical feedback as well, which is great. One thing to keep in mind is that we have basically 4 channels of communication: Ask a Dev, bug reports, logout feedback, what we just talked about, and wish list. So they're all there for specific reasons. Ask a Dev is mainly, all you min-maxers out there, you could ask your questions about whether or not buffs are really doing what they're supposed to do, things like that. Things that are not clearly bugs. That's one of the things for Ask a Dev. And mechanics questions, things about the game as far as that. Then we could answer those questions on stream, and we all read them internally as well. Bug reports, pretty much everybody's familiar with the bug reports on forums. So if it's something that's definitively a bug or looks like it's going to be a bug, you could use the bug forums to file that information and get that in front of us, so that way we can fix the problem. Something that is already existing in the game. The wish list is for things that don't exist in the game yet that you would like, or things that don't work the way you would like them to. So if it's something that we consider to be, as designed, but you guys think we designed it like, crazy because we're nuts, then the wish list is the place to go, and you could, state your case as to why you think it should be changed. So basically, try not to use all these communication channels for witticisms or jokes. We read all this stuff, and the more we'll just say flotsam that's thrown in there, although it's lighthearted and witty, it does take us longer to get through the stuff and pick out the ones that are really going to be helpful to the game. So again, we appreciate your lightheartedness and positivity, but sending those in Ask a Devs and the logout feedback is definitely going to slow things down. Winston is processing all that data into for analysis, and it's going to throw the numbers off, and it requires manual effort to weed out that stuff. So that's all we ask on that. It's just try to be mindful of that. Okay.
And my feedback for making this more meaningful for us internally is we need to add in the number of hours played by the player when they give the feedback, so we can sort it.
Good idea.
Because there's, some players you can look and tell it's like this is a real new player, and they're given a real rating, and it's spend a lot of time looking for a quest book that isn't in Solace Bridge anymore. 3 out of 5, and that's actually meaningful content. But sometimes it's just veteran players giving feedback. So for instance, here's a player that gave it a 1. Was hoping the fart emote would be in this release, maybe next one. So we kind of have, if we have a number of hours played, it'll help us sort through to figure out which, how much we should be paying attention to actually trying to fix their stuff and whether or not they're just being silly.
Right.
We like silly too, by the way.
Yes, silly's fine.
And we have a Wild Sanyo who joined us here.
Yep. What did I miss? Anything?
You missed the most important bug fix of all. Oh, nope, I lost my bug. Oh, nope, there he is. I gotta pick him up.
You lost it, it doesn't exist.
Yep. Well, I was explaining that there actually was a bug listed 68886 for a bug with the Italian Greyhound pet.
Yeah.
And sometimes when we have a bugged item, as you know, sometimes we just have to dupe it and fix the new one, and we can't replace the old one because it's already out there in the world. So that's what happened with this one, which is why there's now this guy. The
Milo?
This is Milo. I forget if I showed him on the stream. I don't think I was on the last or on the team meeting since I got him on the video stream for it. So,
what's the phrase that pays?
What is the phrase that pays?
Oh, now I gotta look at it again. Jeez.
It's actually MYLO.
The phrase that pays is boats and blossoms.
Boats and blossoms.
Yeah.
Say
in
the game.
Say it in the game. Yeah. Don't say it in Twitch. I mean, you can say it in Twitch, but it's not going to help you. So you want to say it in the game.
Also, I just want to say I'm impressed that we have as many people on stream as we do, considering that I'm sure about half the world is out binge watching Stranger Things right now.
Now, Obi-Wan.
Did that drop?
And so, Stranger Things, 7 episodes of Stranger Things, and 2 episodes of Obi-Wan, I think, dropped, right?
Yes,
yeah, Obi-Wan, they released early last night.
Yeah. That's good. I was going to say, that's they missed an opportunity if they didn't, because it was 5/25 was when Star Wars, 5/25/77, right?
Oh,
45 years ago, that's when Star Wars released.
There you go.
And yes, good thing it's a 3-day weekend, time to binge.
Yeah, the timing is good because the Curse of Oak Island is over with for the season, so now I can watch that stuff.
The what?
The Curse of Oak Island.
I'm not even familiar with that one.
Oh, it's a longer story, but basically there's an island up in Nova Scotia where in the early 1800s, some guys found a depression under a tree and started digging down and found layers.
Yeah. I think
all that
I've
stuff.
seen various shows on that. Fake reality TV. That sounds about right. Cursed, yeah. And I'll mention one other thing that we're going to try to make a priority for this release, which is hopefully we'll fix something, since I just saw Vesper comment there. And Vesper gave feedback of 1, killing client due to less than 1 frame per second on 3080 bug. We're hoping to move to Unity 2021, this next release. Wish us luck. Supposedly the shader is working now, and we're going to be getting over to 2021 hopefully. So we'll see. We'll have to get it out on QA early probably by the end of next week. We'll have it out there. But again, the hope is for those who don't know, there's a bug that's been around in Unity for a while that is 20x cards and 30x cards on NVIDIA. Sometimes it's like it has some memory leak. And just over time, it slows down and starts getting horrible frame rate, even on a 3080. So that is one that, again, we can't really directly control. It's not anything we're doing, but we're going to try to get on the latest Unity version. I checked we have it on 2020, and it's just the shader problem working. We believe the shader will be working on 2021, thanks to an amazing fan. Do you remember the fan's name? No? Ravalox might remember. But anyways, he said that he tested it and it does work on 2021. So we will be trying that. If not, we're still going to try to fix it. So.
Right, yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to him above NightQuest. He's the one who was doing that, and we had a nice chat and found that he was able to get it to work in 2021. So that's why we're going to give this another shot, see if we can get it working.
Yeah, Vesper said it's sudden, not gradual, that it comes on. So. So Shroud, as Scoffer said, memory leaks in Shroud? Never. They are not memory leaks. Remember, this is a managed language here. They are memory sinks. Very, very important distinction there. Memory leak is one where it creates some memory and it gets lost and the pointer's lost to it. Memory sinks are where you have like some memory that gets allocated and just never deallocated, but it's not lost. Something knows where it lives. And Shroud doesn't have it, but something we do in 2018 does have that. Some other benefits for that, besides it being a big jiggle to handle and see if it fixes a few of those things, are that it should also come with the incremental memory garbage collection. So that is one that in high stress situations, the place where you see it a lot is when you're doing a lot of particles. Or if you have a lot of Lua stuff going on, that you're doing a lot of Lua, some of the Lua things have some allocations with them. They allocate a lot of memory and deallocate it, but then you get basically garbage collection is when the memory gets allocated, and then at some point the application says time to collect the garbage, and it goes and collects the garbage, which may be, if there's a lot of little allocations, can cause a hitch. So that should be significantly better.
There are definitely some other things that a lot of the things that should be improved are going to help us on our side and may not be directly visible to the players. But there's a couple of interesting things that I'm looking forward to messing around with, like holes in terrains. We'll be able to actually put holes in terrains, which will improve our ability to be more experimental and adventuresome with the way we make scenes. In addition. I actually lost it already. But
explain something with that.
Go ahead.
So for players who don't know, if we have like a scene, an adventure area that has like a cave built into it, we don't actually sort of cut a hole and sort of have a way to sort of walk into the cave. We have to sort of just like push the whole ground like really far under, and then put a whole bunch of like rocks and stuff above it to be the roof of the cave. So with the cutting a hole thing, we can actually have like normal terrain, and not like a teleporter hatch. We don't have to have like a weird valley to sort of make it a shape that fits the dungeon or whatever it is with the cave. We can actually have like a proper cave entrance that you could just sort of walk through under the terrain. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so the other thing that, again, it's not really visible to the players in theory, would be the dynamic loading of things in the game. So this is where neighboring terrains would come into play a little bit, and a distance from where you are. If we have a scene that's big enough, like some of our large scenes,
Like a Blood Bay.
yeah, like Blood Bay or the Tundra scene, things like those lines. The things that are further away won't actually even load into the game. Like the scene load time is reduced to like 19 seconds, and then as you walk around the scene, it dynamically loads things in. So that way, it's more dynamic. It will make things a little bit more real time. Of course, we have to play with all this, make sure it works. But those are the things. Once we get onto the current version of Unity, we'll be able to start looking at these concepts and see if we could apply them to our systems.
And I see people asking about heraldry tattoos. That's the first thing I asked about too. I'm sure we'll have them at some point soon. Again, we got some bugs to fix already. So
when you first mentioned tattoos, I would ask things like, "Can we have freckles? Can we have scars?" And then you jump right to heraldry.
Well, so there's going to be one issue with it though, which is the heraldry. If we do have heraldry tattoos and let you have heraldry tattoos, it will not stay to the heraldry you had when you made it. It would only be your current one. Just because like when you build an item, it gets baked into the item. But we probably won't bake the tattoo into your skin, basically. Oh, first time chat.
I think David needs a...
We got a first time chat person there. I'd never seen the box pop up around it there. Oh. Looks like Lo saying we should embarrass them. And do not.
Looks like he had a bowl cut and just drew it out. So, I think they're suggesting you should change your hair. Maybe a different hair color, huh? New hair colors. That was something else I asked for when you started doing that hair stuff.
Now is it better? Are we looking good? This is what you wanted, right? You're totally feels very appropriate. Yeah, this is the page look.
David did an awesome job with the new hair colors and the tattoos and such.
Oh yeah, pink braids.
I think he needs a little break. He did a lot, and he was looking forward to sort of like letting everyone experiment with it. And everyone can make your suggestions, but he's not going to have like wave after wave of additions. We'll incrementally add a few things every now and again, but.
Yeah, that may be.
I'm excited that we have a proper orange, ginger hair color, and the red hair color, in addition to the pinks and such.
Yeah. Oh no, it's good. I just like doing the random.
Yeah, and he did a good job sort of matching it up. What you see in the mirror is essentially what you'll see in the game, depending upon different lighting situations. Yeah. Because before you would kind of try to pick like a red color, and it would end up pink in the game. And I didn't mind the pink. I just didn't like that the UI
it was not represented.
Match, yeah. So.
Yeah, exactly. And down the road, not promising anything like any release soon, but the hairstyles and getting rid of the dreaded red bands and stuff. Maybe having options of hairstyles that don't have the red band in it, that type of thing. I'm going to take a look at trying to get some of those things done. I think I could tackle that, but I haven't had the time to get in there and poke around with it yet. So between Difficult and I think we should be able to do something along those lines.
I see also that this version has the locks of the tabs that he was able to get that in. That was a last minute suggestion, so that was pretty cool. And if you didn't talk about it yet, instead of like locking each individual thing in each individual tab, what he was able to get done for this release was each tab has its own lock. If you get a tab that you like, lock it, and then you can hit random again, and every tab that's not locked will randomize.
Hold on, I'm trying to see what Brazen Spirituality said. They gave me a 1 coin. That's usually I did something stupid, and they want my attention. I missed it. I don't see where it is. Oh, no, they just gave 1 coin and didn't say anything. Oh, I think they threw in a coin because someone said that Bridge Troll wanted thongs.
Oh.
The next big thing that's going to be coming up is, again, I've already spotted at least a couple small bugs that came along with this, so we'll be getting those things cleaned up hopefully in the next big patch. Monday is, in the United States at least, is a holiday. We may shoot for a big patch on Tuesday, which reminds me, Star is rolling over in his grave right now because we've made it this far into the stream and I've not pimped sales or anything else. By the way, Star's not dead. I talk to him pretty much every day. But we are having a Memorial Day sale. We have not done a sale in a month or so. I forget what the last one was. Maybe Easter or something. But we're doing a Memorial Day sale for you guys. We have 30% off when you do the sale items are now 30% off, I think. I've not gone to verify that. I said it, but it looked kind of weird. I need to go check it. But upgrades are 30% off as well. They were unintentionally left at 20% off for the last while, so they only look like they're 10% better, but they're actually 30% off, and they will be going to 0% off. So if you're thinking of doing an upgrade, do it now, because after Tuesday, it will go back to 0%. Let's
Exactly.
see.
And let me jump in here and say, if you guys are going to do an upgrade via Kodos, you need to send the request to support through the support email address. I've been getting in-game emails. I've been getting Discord messages, forum posts, and it's too much. They're all over the place. So we need to funnel everything through support, and so that way we can make sure it's taken care of on a timely basis. As long as you get your request in before the sale is over, then even if it takes us a few days more or whatever to handle your request, you'll still get the discounts. So just make sure that the requests are in before the end of the sale.
Upgrades for deeds, yes, magic specs. Upgrades for deeds are 30% off right now. They will go back to 0% on Tuesday. So if you're going to upgrade a deed, do it now. We not telling people to wait. You should definitely spend as much as you possibly can right now. But I think anybody who's been with the community a long time, which I see a lot of names out there that I know have been with us for years, probably going on a decade, if that's even possible. But they all know that Richard's birthday is the 4th of July. And that is always one of our biggest sales. So if your paychecks didn't fall and we didn't get this advertised in time for you or whatever, and you can't do anything now, then just know that we always do a big sale on July 4th. We need to find something new. Each time we try to add something new that's a new sale item. Right now it is pretty much our standard sale these days. Let's see. Hold on, I'm trying to read questions there.
Oh, they're asking Sanyo when the Crust Factory
yeah,
might be done.
I was going to ask that too.
So we can actually go to Rust Factory right now if you want to. If you want to show off a little bit. Yeah, sure. Let's get a sneak peek.
Is it in the client?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, players can't get to it yet because there's a few bells and whistles I want to add as well. So
I'm going naked.
Here's where I'm at. So I have the whole scene is blocked out, which was actually blocked out last month. Block out, which means the basic rooms and stuff are there. Many decorations are there, almost all of them. You will be able to. So there is a multiple neighborhoods in the city of Grust. One of those sections is called I forget what I call it, factories, something like that. Mm-hmm. And in there, there is players will find a new door deep in the inner hallways of that Grust City factory area, and there's a teleporter. The door is a teleporter that will teleport you into this new scene. It doesn't work right now. There's also an NPC who's been there, a Taskmaster. He has a quest that he can give you to go do something. What's that?
Nothing. I was talking to Z. I said thank you.
Oh, okay. So anyway, once you're inside, it is its own new scene. It's fairly big and it's very linear. So you'll always start at the entrance. if Chris goes in, you could do the low level command, Chris, to.
Oh, so what's its actual name?
Grusk Factory.
Grusk Factory.
Yeah, GRUSK.
Yeah.
And then certain secrets halfway through. There's a certain point, Chris, I'll tell you to stop, and we'll let players explore when the scene eventually gets on the live server.
Hold on, I'm going to give away a cool thing here. People keep raffling, they always do that. I'm going to go ahead and start an actual raffle. I'm not sure what it'll be.
Okay.
All right, I'm here.
So you actually started a little bit into the scene. Players will actually start at the entrance. If you look to the right, if you go to so you're right next to the elevator entrance. So you can actually just go in there, or you can go the way you're going. Well, actually, I'm not sure where you are.
Is this towards the entrance?
I think go into the elevator area. For a second.
Is that the elevator area?
No, go back the way you came. That's not the way you came.
You have to go back up.
What? That's the way I came?
That's the way you came. Keep going.
That's better.
And go through that door.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are elevators here. The elevator's not down. You're at the bottom level. So if you actually spin that red valve, the elevator should come down to you. There it is. So there's a couple of elevators in this. Spin that. I did some extra things in here that most players probably won't ever see. But on the left and right of the elevator, there's a bunch of chains that go up, and there are attached to the elevator car. There are gears that spin, which are the things that pull it up and down on the elevator. You can't see it, but you can see the little boxes on the left and right. There's gears on the other side of them. If you were there with another player, they might see it better. So you can continue on that upper level, trying not to fall. There's a lot of high, tall areas in here. A few tall areas.
Here's the big question.
Big question?
Sorry. Get away.
No. You cannot march off the edge of the map. I try to make sure that my maps are sealed.
But that was a metaphor to mean that there is no map.
Oh. That's right. So it is a. This map is it's Grusk Factory, and Grusk is a cobalt town. So most of the enemies that you'll find are kobolds. They don't like that you're in here. You're not supposed to be in here. And when you're in the Grusk city, the main city, all the guards tell you got to stay out. Some of these guys will drop keys, and you can see in front of you there's a lock. If you have the key, you can open the lock. I think that room it looks empty. I will end up putting some things in the room that are interesting, probably like a little bit of treasure. So there's factory workers and factory stewards in here. Now and again, you'll find a factory mechanic because it is the main resource that Grusk produces is automatons. There will be automatons in here as well. Oh, I see. You are like halfway through the map, which is fine. So you're on the far side of this puzzle. Once you get, we can see the fire in the hallway in front of Chris. The fire sort of lights up, kind of like in an order. Once you get to the safe side, once you complete all the way through, we're going backwards right now. Once you go all the way through, where Chris had spun the wheel, you can actually turn off that trap, so it's safe. You can sort of go back and forth. You've earned the right to go back and forth without the trap continuing to go on. So like I said, we're going backwards, and that's fine. There's a couple of wave battles in here. One of them is about halfway through. It's in an area that I call processing. And it is it's one of those situations where you find a couple of there's a couple of characters deep in the area, And when you start fighting with them, there's a couple of waves that happen, and that after you defeat all the waves, then the doors open, you can progress further. Chris is coming at the back end of this, so I'm not really sure. You might have to slew through the doorway when you get to it, which is...
Am I heading the right direction? I missed a turn back there. Whoa. I want to eat that mushroom. Why can't I eat that mushroom?
It's not edible. He's a human.
Important thing.
It's a light source. So, yeah. Probably most people know by now, I like to make sure that I put bathrooms now and again. Outhouses or kobolds have their privies in the Gruss city. And there's bathrooms in here. Little spoiler is that they get slightly worse the deeper you go into the dungeon. There's special rooms. You probably can't hear it, but when players are in here by themselves, these special rooms with the grates and the gears below it, you can hear like the sort of the gear works going click, 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 click. More of the little extra bells and whistles that I like to put in to make it feel like it's a true system. To make sure all those ambient sounds make sense.
Take that.
So the early part of the Gruss factory, you'll find hallways like this, which are of our kobold variant style. You'll find a few big rooms, like the Wave Battle Room I mentioned a few times. Partway through, there's also some areas where they've tried to. So there's kobold mechanic, wall of gears. So halfway through, there's some of the visual style changes a little bit. There'll be like a few cave tunnels where they're sort of like doing a little excavation, trying to branch out their space. And some unusual things that they find as they try to do that. So what we'll be adding in some of these rooms, there'll be more crates and barrels and shelves and things to find. Some rugs, things on the wall. So I think you're probably in the processing area right now. You're on. So the processing area, which is a Wave Battle Room, it's kind of a big rectangle, and So if you go through that, yes, go through the hallway. So now we're on the sort of observation deck that looks down on the Wave Battle area. And if
somebody in the chat was asking when the Vault store is going to have kobold toilets, and actually we will be discussing this at the next team meeting next Tuesday. Not going to say anything now about it, so obviously we have to discuss it as a team and decide what we're going to do. But I have a proposal on deck as to getting the charity items back on the website. So we'll let you know how that goes.
Just out of curiosity, what is the toilet going to benefit?
Water.org.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that ties in a little.
Yeah.
Chris, so you're in there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys have a little conversation. It's another little ambient thing. If you actually stay back and watch, they sort of like have random chatter to each other.
Oh man, I ruined it.
You did ruin it. That's okay. You didn't ruin it. You left it for players to learn on their own.
There you go.
So now you should be locked in. You see the door where allegedly you came in is locked. These little side areas, in my mind sometimes I think of them as spawn closets, a goofy term that we designers sometimes use. And once you beat these guys, then that door that was a little bit to Chris's right will open up. Oh, well, eventually all the doors open up on the side. Not that door we are just yet. Those inner doors will open once you completed the whole room, and then you can sort of go up and explore the whole upper deck and everything, and then proceed on to the next area. So your progress through the dungeon is kind of blocked a little bit until you progress. I think I mentioned on a previous stream also, like deeper in, there's a couple spots where is a side little optional benefit for players who go in as a group. It's not critical, and it's not anything that'll really make or break anything. But you know, if you go in with like 2 players in a certain spot, there's a little extra something. If you go in with 4 players in another spot, there's a little extra something. You know, I don't want to block a solo player from going through and getting the essentially the full experience, but I do want to reward players who team up with other people, give them a little extra something.
Makes sense. Hey, Chris, did you see Vesper's question?
I did not.
It says, any thoughts on making the PvP zone monthly contests actually related to PvP? I got compared to the Texas school shooter last night, among other things. So I'm not really sure that I understand what that's about.
Maybe he's talking about PvP fishing. That would be my guess, is that he's going in PvPing when people are out PvPing fishing. I've heard this mentioned before, is that there's people who got PvP fishing and then they sometimes get offended when people come in PvP with them. And they're just trying to fish in a PvP
so they go
zone.
into a PvP zone, it's active as PvP, and they just want to fish, and they're surprised and offended when they get attacked by somebody.
Yeah, and then...
Gotcha. Yeah. I see.
Just a guess.
Hopefully, most people are actually good sports about it and don't really sort of throw around those kind of insults.
Right. So basically, it sounds like maybe based on that, you're looking for an additional actual PvP monthly contest that's related to actually PvPing. Then that would be something you would need to talk to Winston about, since he's doing all the player community related contest stuff.
Yeah, and maybe that's another thing we could pick up. I know Winston is totally into fishing. We all know that and have known that for a good 7 years or so. But maybe that's should be something else we look for in a future team person, is somebody who's actually into PvP and wants to run those sponsored PvP events.
So this scene is at its base a tier 8 scene, kind of like the Grusk area itself. The above ground area is tier 8. It does get harder as you go into the scene, and obviously wave battle is a little bit of a harder blip in the middle of a lighter area. There are some of these waves do have lower tier enemies, because I was sort of trying to balance a little bit, sort of throw a bunch of enemies at you, and then throw a few easy ones, and then throw some tougher enemies. So
yeah,
that's to keep in mind. And yet somehow Chris is using like a piece of garbage, a hammer that he just picked up off a shelf, and is.
I'm pulling a Richard here, where I don't use any skills, and all I do is swing my sword, because I gave myself a 10,000 point strength buff. I was planning on doing pugilism all the way through, and I looted a hammer that I equipped. So
yeah. I'm also going to give people a little tip, spoiler tip. So there are those the factory mechanics, this factory workers, factory stewards, and then in here in this Rust factory scene, there's factory mechanics. They're for quests. They're actually neutral, so they won't fight you unless you fight them first. Something to keep in mind. I pushed them off to one side so they won't intermingle with the regular bad guys. You'll find like at the end of a hallway where these factory guys are, and then you can interact with them or kill them, however you want to do it. And if you have the quest sort of gives you a suggestion on the couple different ways you can interact. Yeah, so you get a little bit of an extra reward in the exterior of this wave battle area and the processing area. So it's pretty much even though we went backwards, people basically saw the first half of Grusk, get the general experience. Yeah, there's obviously more to it, but is there any virtue lost for killing innocent factory workers? No, because they started it.
And it's tier 8, but I've noticed a lot of these guys are yellow to me at level 101. So there should be some challenge here.
In the wave battle, there's a few. It starts with mainly tier 8 guys. I actually mix in a couple tier 5 guys, and then the combination too. And then there's tier 10 guys toward the end of the wave battle. Second half.
All right. Well, yeah, this looks really close. I'm sure it would have been done, but I know you had your big move this release.
I did. It was annoying, and I'm a dope, and I moved a lot of stuff myself because I didn't want to properly box it.
I too am always a dope, although I haven't moved in 20 years, so.
Yeah. My old apartment wanted to raise my rent $500, which I thought was a little outrageous. So.
Yeah, it's a bit steep.
It was time to go.
It's all right. City of Austin's trying to raise our property taxes by $500 a month, so.
Yeah.
Take that, factory
All
steward.
people like Russ. It's not available yet on QA. It's available to us devs, but players can't access it on the QA server either. At some point, I guess we'll open it up.
Well, we should shoot for, as soon as we think we have the last patch out, we can push it over to QA. As soon as we lift the lockdown.
Yeah, you let me know when it's good to go, and then I'll sort of unhook my little blocker things. And...
Yep.
My guess is we'll probably have maybe we'll do a patch for this weekend, just so we can fix some of the few of the bad stuff. Yeah, my tattoos haven't vanished here. I'm not sure what made them vanish. They vanished on me once before, so that's going to be one that is the fun type of bug that it happened to me one time.
Yeah. Oh, there was a follow-up to that, that virtual loss for killing innocent factory workers. Aliamoob said, but if there are mechanics that you don't start it, he said. So it's a good point. There is a conditional thing to keep in mind. If you were not on the quest that relates to factory mechanics, just the mechanic characters, if you're not on the quest, then there's no virtue loss for killing any of these factory staff. If you are on the quest that relates to the factory mechanics, only the mechanics, then because you have a choice in how you want to interact with them, there are some sort of positive and negative virtue choices in the conversation, and you have the choice to kill them as a way to sort of bully them, and so there's a negative virtue option only while you're on that proper quest stage. Once you finish that quest, it goes back to normal, nothing, do whatever you want.
Yeah, and Gwendolyn pointed out something that I'd also, DC had said that I saw, which is when people come into the scene, you may get their tattoos. So if you see your tattoos change, that's probably what it is. Which may be that your tattoo vanishes because, no one else, they may have had no tattoo.
Yeah.
I think did he already put in the fix for that, or was he still working on that?
I think he was still working on that. The fixes that are on live now are from last night, and there were some that he put in. Yeah. But he's still got more. I'll be doing at least one more QA build over the weekend. Basically, anything that DC's got going on, we'll be doing. If he's got fixes and we test them, we know they're good. Then I can even do a live build over the weekend, get an updated patch on there. But I'll definitely do at least one QA build over the weekend to bring it up to where live is now, so they match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I showed off plenty of that.
Some of the extra music. I remember a while back, Travis had grabbed some extra music and trying to add those into different scenes. So I think in this sort of whole factory, which is kind of like a dungeon, I think it has some of that extra music too. So players might, just another little thing to look forward to. A bunch of little things that all add up into a big pile of things to look forward to.
We have, a total of 3 extra, so is it 4 prize runs?
5. We do 2 normally.
Okay. I'll go ahead and start running this.
I have no idea why we do 2.
Oh, go to the front. Keep going forward, Chris, to Castle Atos. I want to point out something. go towards the castle entrance in the wall, but don't exit the castle.
Okay.
So and then turn to the like stand in the entrance and then do a 180 and look at the automaton with the question mark on his hat. No, turn around. Look towards your castle.
That way?
Yeah, I can't see so well.
Oh, this guy, the Helpful Automaton?
Yeah, go to him.
Yeah.
So a Helpful Automaton is something that I had in mind for a while, and I had planned to do it, and I wasn't really, didn't get done until now. So you'll find a Helpful Automaton in a few cities, Castle Atos, Sultan, I forget wherever, some other places. And what he is he's a way to just sort of be like a little helper, mostly for new players. You could, say simple things like thank and train, and he'll sort of like give you a general overview of what these little things are. If you mention like the helpful guy, like Chris said, like for a one-time thing, he'll give you a book if he has it. And we plan on adding more of these responses over time.
Neat.
And it's also because he's an automaton, that also gives us a little bit of license to once in a while, if he needs to go out of character because of the weird way automatons talk, which is not something you really want regular human NPCs to do. You don't want them to talk about, press such and such key or open your UI or whatever. But the automaton can sort of allow for that kind of thing. And so a helpful automaton, they will always have that top hat with a question mark on it. So there you go. I'm glad you went to Castle Atos, so I could sort of point that out.
Well, they said there's music, but then I got started zoning here just out of instinct when they said that, and realized I have all my music muted. Yeah. I did want to thank Z of Silverdale for the resub. That's what I was trying to whisper while you were talking that threw you off. And thank you again for the bits. And thank you, Ireshka Galpeto, for rating us when we're just about to leave. But also thank you, Stymie, long live the Syndicate. And I will be at Syndicon, by the way, for those people who are there. And if you are someone who has a guild that's active in the game, I do try to get the stuff. I'm going to that one, though, because it's in a cool place. It's in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. I'm not sure I've ever been to Tennessee. But it's right by the Appalachian Trail, so I'm going to go do a couple days of hiking and then go there. So I will be at Syndicon to talk to you guys about all sorts of stuff. I might smell. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's a downside. Just being honest. That's where George hangs his hat. Let's see.
So they're going to throw in here, over the weekend I'm going to be working on scene maps as well. Trying to balance. This last month, of course, has been a busy one, and as I had noted on my last stream that I was going to be paying attention to a lot of operations stuff this month, which I did get a lot of things done, including breaking the patching server. So this weekend I'm going to take a break from some of that stuff to do some scene maps. Pretty much it's become my kind of standard cycle that at the end of the release cycle that we got when we do the release, it's that during the last few days before the release goes live and or the weekend right after the release that I actually work on scene maps, so they generally will get into the game as part of patch 1 or patch 2 in that first week of the release. So don't expect to see maps as part of a release as a standard, because that's how my cycle goes. That way I get the more complex and important things into the game. Not that maps are not important. We are getting, that number of maps that are missing is getting lower and lower every month. So hoping to get a bunch of maps in this cycle as well, so that continues to get down to nothing. Like get that to a 0.
Oh, I can't see if they have a tattoo.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? They have armor on.
I was trying to see if they got my tattoo. All right.
David was able to put in way more tattoos than I expected him. I kind of
I
thought
was
he would put in
surprised.
like 10 or 12 or something. And then, I don't know what he put in. Is it like 50 or something?
I don't know if it's that many, but it's quite a few. Let's see.
Or
I feel like I just need to start asking people to take their shirts off. Oh, there'll be some people with shirts on over here.
HR is going to have a word with you.
Yeah, I know. No shirtless people? What is going on here? How am I supposed to see people's tattoos? Oh, there's a shirtless person.
Some of these people might have things that are more subtle, like the freckles on the face or something like that. How does this pirate guy not have tattoos?
I was actually looking at that. I'm wondering if that is actually a bug that needs to be addressed. Ah, there it is. See?
I like that musical note one a lot. Oh, there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think that's the thing that I saw earlier is a tattoo just popped in. But yeah, that's totally, he should have had a pirate tattoo. And then poof, it popped in. Were you watching this, Devil Cult? Did you see that bug? I'm sure that'll be easy for you to reproduce. I don't think Devil Cult's in chat, actually. Good, he's done a lot this release. He needs to take a break.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was crazy. Saw it pop in there. That's what I saw before, but I couldn't actually reproduce it, so it's going to be a fun one. Oh, look, and now it's gone. Is he doing that? Is he doing something? Dorn, are you doing that?
Shouldn't be able to.
I know he shouldn't be able to. My thought was that the bug would be... Oh, now it's back. So that is kind of what I saw.
Yeah,
He's not emoting, right? He's not.
I don't think so. My guess was going to be... Yeah, my guess was going to be that his jacket was blocking the tattoo, and if you had a jacket on, that it only showed the tattoo if you were completely shirtless. He technically has a shirt. Yeah, look, they decided no one has like crazy colored hair here. Well, one person with crazy colored hair. Not that crazy. There's another person with crazy colored hair. Okay. There's some new people getting in there. And for those
More hair
who...
variety, it's great. I'm loving it.
For those people who missed it, that is the new you, the super new you,
Right.
that is for 100 crowns. It's very small. You can change your appearance and go get tattoos. Yeah, and look, now he doesn't have it at all.
There's a couple additions at character creation, but there's way more at the new you store. So if you create a character and you don't see exactly what you want, maybe there's some other options in the new you store.
Yeah, and I didn't see anybody out here with the head thing. Oh, look, they've got the red head, but they've got the red hairband as well. Waiting for the heraldry tattoos.
We talk about the red hairband a lot.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, they are. That's what they hit right there.
Fixed, it would have been gone. Or adjusted.
Ah, the red hairbands. Okay, well, are we about ready to do some prizes here?
Yep.
All right. Hold on, let me get over there. Did we get enough? Did they all work? Sometimes they don't work, you know.
Yeah, one of them didn't work earlier on.
I want to pronounce the names.
You do? Good.
Yeah.
All right, you could do that. I'll read off the prizes. How about that?
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
And we are reading off 5.
Yep, you're reading 5 names. Okay, so the first prize is a vase of pink stargazer lilies. They go to
Pop Lancermain, Elwyn Moon, a bunch of names here I recognize, Dirge, Genilvela, and Callium Stormbringer.
Okay. And then we have a small longboat dry dock decoration. That goes to
Prankster Fan, Raven the Dead, Ian Berry, Diablotine, and Dursirius Bodhi.
good pronunciation.
I'm nailing it.
Yeah. All right. A freestanding pirate banner goes to
Bane Rampage, Owsley, Ilir Deroque, and Belladonna Rose, and Dutch.
Okay. The next one is a sunflower flower bed.
Which goes to Leilu List Wanderer, Ian Berry, yes, you can win twice, Marlena Silverstaff, Zoso, and Dear Von Satan.
And the last and final prize of the day is a brown tricorn hat.
Which goes to Amarth Shadowstream, Sarah Dragon, Stymie Savage Fury, Blast It All, and Selenia. Congratulations to those people, to the winners there. Oh, there's one winner right there. Owsley. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. I'm sure he wants to be said like Owsley. Owsley. I've always pronounced it wrong.
And you said you were going to do a special raffle.
I am going to do a special raffle. What do we think should be a special raffle? We didn't really add anything amazing to the store this release, did we? Let's see.
What?
No. Yeah, Beezus added some things.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't add, like, there's no new house, though.
Oh, no. Nothing big like that.
We'll give away, people want mounts. I will draw two and give away a Black Panther mount and a Jaguar mount.
Good choices.
All right, you guys ready? I'm sure you're all raffling up. Thank you, Dices, for the resub.
So how they get it? They have to do like exclamation point raffle in the chat.
Yeah, that's this. They have to actually be in the stream, so this is for stream only people.
All right, everyone, do that. Don't delay.
Waiting. You guys are already raffled. You're in there. Oh, nope, there's a few new people. Keyman of Soar just got in. Roded Reeson. Brazen Spirit. Is that a Ermani? Is that an Ermani thing? Or are you Ermaniing me? I think that was an Armani thing.
Morgan65, he accidentally put in a comma in front of his. Does that still work for your system?
No, he has to redo that.
Do it again,
Morgan,
Morgan65. Hurry up.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. We have a sad story. We had a traumatic event. Maxine, for some point I bought, I don't know why I was inspired to buy this. I think we were reading the books, Harry Potter books. And they, like Costco or somebody had like the cardboard puzzle that you put together. It's like the 3D Harry Potter castle. I don't know what I was thinking when I did that. It is an insane amount of work to put those things together. But I took the map for it, like a big 36 by 24 board, put that on there, mounted the map on there nicely. And we very carefully over a week period built out the first half of the castle. And I think we got there in like half the time, like it would fall apart if you looked at it wrong, because it was one of these 3D puzzles where you fit it together. And we kind of got through that, and we were just like, you know what? I'm good. I think I've had enough 3D puzzle. But it sat in Maxine's room for a year or so, and I was finally like, you know what, Maxine? Let's just give this away because we can let some other kid do the other half of the puzzle. And so I put that out at the curb. Because just if you put stuff out the curb, a lot of times people walk by and pick it up. Never fails, somebody does it. Boys are evil. All of you boys are evil. Somebody came by and stomped the castle we had done. Stomped it down to the ground. Broke it all.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. So nobody got to do the finished castle, whatever it is. You know, the castle. Hogwarts.
Yep.
Yeah, I admit if I were like a 12-year-old boy or something, it would have been tough for me to resist stomping it either. Maybe it was actually they were making a statement of anti-Harry Potter stuff due to J.K. Rowling stirring up a lot of people.
Maybe they had the same castle and they got frustrated with it, and now they're traumatized and will destroy every time they see that castle.
Maybe they were making a statement on, certain types of government, and it's having some watery tart give you a sword from a lake or something.
Maybe they're anti-architecture in general.
There you go.
Only boys do those things, Hollyhock, and it wasn't a car because it was in our yard. It was like between our sidewalk and the street on the grass. It made my daughter very sad. Maxine was very sad. We worked so hard on that. All right. Holly, girls can be way meanier, but they're meanier in different ways. Boys like to destroy. Girls like to tease and torture. They're emotionally damaging, generally.
And only the boys get caught. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Anyways,
so
let's pick the raffle, and I gotta go cook some burgers for the family, and I guess we're gonna watch Stranger Things as a family tonight. Woo, exciting! Woo. All right, guys, here we go. I'm gonna pick one. First one will be the Black Panther. The second one will be the Jaguar. You guys ready? Here we go. Closing it, and bam! Entries have stopped, and Golden Mogul. You want to give me your name so I can give you your Black Panther?
Does he PMs it to you, or?
Nope, he said less than equal woot. Oh, Mogul Razdunk. All right, that's an easy one. All right, and the second one goes to Brazen Spirituality.
Brazen
Brazen.
You're correct. Black Panther mount to Mogul Razdunk. And then a Jaguar mount to Brazen Spirituality. 50-50 chance I spelled that right.
Yes, you did.
All right. Well, I think that's it, guys. Hopefully, are you going to have time to do any streams, Ravalox?
Yes, I will.
All right.
Not this coming Friday. I will be in Austin, and actually, that's it. Thank you for the segue. That works. I'm going to be in Austin this coming Friday to meet with Tassilo. Tassilo, for those of you who do not know, is our IT guy who works on the website and a lot of the infrastructure systems that we have. And he and I are working together to resurrect and correct Soda Map. So the website-based map will be brought back eventually, hopefully, if everything goes well. There's a bunch of code that needs to be corrected and some other stuff that's been broken in there, so we could get the updates working again. And we'll move forward from there. Obviously, we need to find some way to add new scenes to it as well. Just to say that the biggest slowdown there, blockage, is the fact that those maps are all hand-drawn. So, kind of automated, but still, that style of map is not the easiest thing to get done for new scenes. So, gonna have to investigate what changes have to be made there to make all that work. But right now, I want to get the functionality of updating the
Thank you, Z.
The houses in scenes, pot scenes, and getting the new pots on the map, things like that. So anyway, next Friday, that's what we're going to be doing. So there'll be no stream next Friday. The Friday after that, we will have a stream, a community stream. So whatever date. What is that date? Not the 3rd, the 10th. So yeah, next stream should be Friday the 10th.
All right. Yeah, and actually, I've been out to eat 2 times in the last 2 years since the start of the pandemic. We've kind of been taking it seriously, staying home, and I think we also realized we kind of like being home and eating at home a bit, but I've only eaten out 2 times. First time was Richard, meeting Richard for lunch. He was in town a few months ago, and I had lunch with him. And the second time was with Tassilo. I just had lunch with him this week. And hanged out with him for 3 hours, talking through a bunch of different stuff and technology stuff, and let him rant to me about how horrible Windows is and all the usual Tesla stuff. Actually, how horrible Windows is. Linux is only slightly less horrible, according to him. He is a Unix guy. He's a BSD.
Yeah. Linux is the bastard son.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we are ready. We are done here. So, has anybody picked somebody to go raid?
Oh.
Not me.
All right. I'm gonna have to go figure it out.
Yeah, go figure it out.
Twitch TV. Let's see. Whoops. That's me. Let's see. We got Coswald, we got Maliki, and we got Z. You know what? I haven't given. Well, let me see. Z, I know is good. I know Coswald's good. Let me check this Maliki guy. Did we raid him last time? I'm trying to remember. He's got 253 followers. Yeah, that's the guy that uses the eye tracking. I vaguely remember that.
Oh, yeah.
It puts that text up on screen and it's always confusing. Oh, Z only has 242. We need to get Z ahead of Maliki. Oh, he's listening to me. Echo. Z, I know is good. I know Coswald's good. Oh, that's way behind. I'm not going to do that. But we are going to give Z a raid there. Again, Maliki's good. You can try and figure out what the eye tracking thing's doing, and Coswald is also amazing. But we are going with Z today just because I haven't given him a raid and I don't even know how long. Let's see. Is it doing it? Is it doing it? All right, go give Z a follow so we can get him ahead of Maliki. He is 11 behind. If he gets 11 follows, then he will pass Maliki there. I'm sure Coswald has several thousand. He will not catch him. But guys, I think do you guys have anything there? Nobody 1337 me. I'm not going to sing today. I know that's the biggest disappointment on the stream. Do you guys have anything to sign off on here? Any exciting stuff you want to tell them?
Nope. We showed off my big things with the obviously Gruss Factory coming up. Should be ready for next release. And and Helpful Automaton.
All right, so
I will say though that starting to get involved in the in-game store, the Crown Store in-game, and even this cycle we added in a pew, and there was a request to make a bundle for it. We made the bundle with the requested number of items and everything, put that to the store. So I'm going to be looking through that with Allium. We're reviewing a whole bunch of stuff in the store, so hopefully we'll get more of these items in the game that you guys want in there, and then maybe even put a lot more bundles and things that make more sense in there to brighten the store up a little bit.
All right, and go use the super expensive 100 crowns. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. We rated.
Yeah. This is like a timer, I guess, on the raid?
Yeah, there's a timer on the raid. There's probably like a few people here still watching us who refuse to go raid. Yeah, so 17. So there's like 6 people left here now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm horrible at this. All right, well, guys, we'll see you next time.